Good morning. All packed up and ready to go. It's about 6:45 on January 1st. Happy New Year and a belated Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to those of you that I won't be seeing at the house today. Heading up to the property, got some work to do, hopefully work on some foundation stuff and just some other odds and ends. Probably going to call this video December trip, even though it's January 1st, because I'm planning on going to the property again at the end of January. But we'll see. Maybe I'll call it January 1 or, and then next month, the end of the month, January 2 or something. So anyway, heading out about 3.5 hours, hoping that the traffic's going to be really light, considering it's January 1. Hopefully everybody's hungover and passed out and it'll be smooth sailing. So until we get there. Home sweet home. So we've just arrived, or I've just arrived. It's nice and cold, very chilly, very dry, which is nice. Doesn't look like it's rained here in a while. Usually when we come, the deck is, covered with twigs and leaves and, more times than not, it's wet. But I haven't even swept it. I mean, it's nice and clean. I'll give it a quick sweep and then start getting the tent going. Easiest sweep ever. All right, we got her up. It's always a chore doing it by yourself, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. Everything's tied down. Got the rain fly tied down. Got the mud flap tied down all around. She is about as secure as she's gonna get today. So now I need to put in the floor and then get the stove going. And then I can chill out for a little bit. Sliders. Much better. Makes the bed slide around on the carpet. Best invention ever. Getting that first fire going. Sun's going down. Temperature's dropping. So it's time to get the fire going. Good morning. It is Friday, January 2nd, about 6 a.m. Just getting moving. Get some coffee brewing. Nice full moon tonight, last night, this morning. While I enjoyed taking my time yesterday, I kind of forgot that it's winter and the sun goes down quite early. So I lost daylight and just kind of crawled into bed and got a good night's sleep. I've been up since, I don't know, about 4:30 or so. So yeah, this morning I put this porch up. Just put the table out here, chairs, things like that. So right now I'm just kind of going around and tidying up and finishing up what I didn't do yesterday. I got to put up the shower tent. I'm going to cut up some of this wood for tonight and then probably walk the property. I don't know if I'm going to actually get to do any work. I mean, the purpose of this trip was to start building the foundation for the for the cabin. And I just don't know if I'm going to get to it. We'll see. Copacabana. Rocks. Kindling. Go. Go see. Find some deer poop. Come on. Go. Go. Hey. She went to the tent site. That's a good girl. Nova, where'd you go? Nova, whoa. Easy. Girl, you're gonna hurt yourself. Where are you going?
Where's my baby?
What you doing? You making yourself right at home? Hi. Got Nova sitting in the chair behind me, wrapped up in a blanket. It's chilly this morning. It is Sunday morning. It's about 10:30 or so. Really didn't get much video this trip because other than like setting up and I'll take some video of tearing down, because I didn't really do anything. I was going to start working on the foundation, but I started having second thoughts about what I want to do up there. So I didn't want to put in the concrete pad foundation and then not use it. So really this trip was just about relaxing with Nova and Jess, and so we didn't really do much. I did go to Lowe's and get some stair stringers, and then it started raining, so I didn't get those in. So I'll do those next time. She's going under the blanket. But I'm gonna take some video of tearing down. Start that now. But from a video perspective, it's probably pretty boring because it's really just setting up the tent and farting around here and a little bit of walking around the property with Nova. So we'll see how the finished product turns out, but it's probably going to be pretty boring to watch. We'll see how it goes. Kindling splitter. Hello. All right, time to start tearing down the cabana. Stuff this in between the legs. So we've been asked about going to the bathroom up here. So if you have any queasiness about hearing about pooping, go ahead and fast forward through here. So just real quick, so we used just a 5-gallon bucket, pool noodle for a seat, got wipes, toilet paper, bags, and an absorbent. So very simple. Put the pool noodle on the 5-gallon bucket. bag in, put the bag over the pool noodle so you don't get any remnants soaking into the pool noodle. I'm not going to put it in, but then this is just rabbit hay. You know, you could use cedar shavings, anything that's absorbent. I'll probably get like a metal garbage can with a cover and like lock it down and put some pine shavings in there just so they can be scooped. This is like straw, so it's hard to pull apart. Not hard, but it's kind of a pain in the butt when you got to go to the bathroom and you got to sit there and separate this stuff. So this, you know, absorbs any liquids, and it's got some smell to it, so it helps with that. And then you just do your business. Gotta let this dry out a little bit from the bottom is wet from the condensation from the ground. Just throw that to the side for a little bit. Stakes out. Fortunately, it's not raining. If you watched the November video to the end, you probably saw me screaming and yelling and cussing because it was raining. It was cold, rainy, everything was wet, everything was muddy. At least today it's nice and cool out and very sunny. Not a cloud in the sky, so just gonna take my time and enjoy this. It sucks going home. Back to reality, back to work, back to the work issues, back to just everything that, you know, day-to-day life brings when you're not in the woods. I'll certainly miss it. But hopefully I'll be back in just a few weeks. It'll be nice once we get that structure up at the top, and then I don't have to set up the tent every time. I mean, I love being in the tent, staying in the tent. It's just set up. Oh, I found a Corona cap in the ground. Set up and tear down. I mean, it's basically 2 days. Look, Corona. It's the universe telling me you need to go back to work. Time to clean up the kitchen. Cooking fuel. Coffee pot. It's a lifeline out there. ashes from the chimney. Or from the fire pit too, probably. Porch is easy. It's the tents that's a hard one. And go ahead and get all these guy lines loose. Rain fly and the tent. These little ones help keep this flat against the wood so that there's not much wind coming in. Since there's no floor, there's no tent floor. There's a vinyl floor, but it's not sealed. That one was loose. That one was loose too. Must not have checked them yesterday. That was foolish. Always want your guy lines tight. And that one was loose. Oh boy. Okay. Lesson learned. This stovepipe has quickly become my least favorite thing to do. Had to get the damper out of there. You can't see inside the pipe, obviously. So you got to try and snake this little thing that holds here. You got to get it in, turn it, push it, turn it, push it one more time. I think it is. I think it's 3 turns or 3 pushes. But it's a pain in the butt. It'll be nice once I get the wood stove was basically just for the tent, but it was mainly for the cabin. So once we get the cabin up, this stove will go in there permanently. And we'll probably, when we stay in the tent, we'll probably just heat with, you know, propane heat. Everything about the stovepipe is difficult. And it's making a real mess up here. It's all stained. Tent is stained. Stove jack is stained. I mean, I know that's what it's for. It still sucks though. Get this pipe apart. I didn't record taking this pipe apart because getting this cap off, the language that normally comes out of my mouth would not be allowed on a public forum. It actually wasn't that bad this time. I'm getting better with the pipe. They're probably getting broken in, so that might make them a little bit more pliable. But for the cap, for this brand that I got on Amazon and this pipe, the tops are basically the same size. So it's a very tight fit. And then once that creosote starts dripping, it's real thick and tacky. So then it just gets stuck even more. It actually came off pretty good. I leaned it on here and pushed down on the seam of the pipe where it closes, and it actually popped off pretty good. The last visit was the first time I used it, and it was a nightmare, so I did not film that. I love this wood stove. The heat it gives off it's like the best heat, man. Especially when it's really cold. It'll heat that tent up so well. But every time, a couple of times now, I've said, this is the last time I'm bringing the wood stove just because it's so labor intensive setting it up. It's heavy. Putting the legs on, taking the legs off, putting the stovepipe in, the cap, everything. I keep saying I'm just going to get, a little like my buddy propane heater or something. And every trip I bring the stove. But I think this is it. It's just taking too long to set up and break down right now. And as much as I love this stove, I think this might be the last time. So it's going to go in the cabin, and I think it's going to be propane heat from here on out for the tent. 2 legs off. Got to get 2 more. Heat shield. And floor mat. Heat shield protects the wall, canvas wall. That protects the vinyl floor and the rug, because the rug is made out of a plasticky kind of material. Time to fold them up. This is another thing that I always forget how it goes, because there's certain ways to make it easier. So this time what I did was eave to the ridge. It could be ridge to the eave, so I'm going to just keep going through and see how I can get this, because I think the mud flaps are supposed to be folded on top of each other. So this makes sense. So let me see if folding the flap onto this mud flap works. It should. If it doesn't, then I'll just fold the ridge to the eave. So in an effort to record everything for setting up and breaking down this trip, it certainly took a long time. I started about 11, maybe a little bit before, and it's about 10 minutes after 5 now. So good 6 hours to do all of the stuff that you just saw, plus some, because I didn't record everything. So now I'm just gonna walk around, make sure I'm not leaving anything. Turn the trail cam on, lock up the chains. January trip's coming to a close. I will be back at the end of January, but that'll bleed into February. But then again, I'll be back at the end of February, and that'll bleed into March. And then I should be back in March. So, lots of work to do. I'm sure I'll do some video. Such a pretty mountain range. Oh, look at the mountains. Until next time.